I know that the title and the thumbnail probably allude to this being a little bit clickbaity, but I'm honestly kind of worried. I've contemplated making this video. I think that it deserves to be discussed. Whether or not I get in trouble for this is yet to be seen. Hopefully I don't, but if you see me disappear, probably because I'm too far in debt to dig myself out of MiHoYo's hole that they've dug me. Sup boys, if you're kind of unaware, there's been a few things that's been going on with leaks. Now, I'm not going to talk about said leaks in the capacity of this is what's coming. I am going to be talking about the drama that has ensued because of the leaks and kind of what happened to make all of the ruckus. I am just going to leave up some just random gameplay over here just because I'm not really going to be playing the game. I'm just kind of going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Hopefully that's entertaining enough for you. Okay, so a couple of days ago, MiHoYo made a slight error in their ways and they accidentally uploaded 1.5's beta files to a public server. Now, because everything was public, that meant that anyone could legitimately go in and just get a bunch of the files and do with whatever they wanted to. Now, most of the files that ended up getting, downloaded, a lot of people combed through them, found some new stuff that's coming out, and they of course leaked. I even felt, before I even knew about all of this was going on, I felt like something was weird because this is a lot of information. Like, this is way more information than I was expecting. What ended up happening is a group, I'm gonna call them a group because I'm not honestly sure if it's just one guy, but they keep referring to them with their team. So I'm just going to say this group was aware that the files were public. They started downloading and then re-uploading all of the files to basically mirror servers or just separate locations to where, just in case MiHoYo went to cover their tracks, there was still files publicly available so that people could still get them if they needed them. Fast forward a little bit and basically everything leaked. Everything that you may have seen in the last few days. I'm not gonna, like I said, talk about the leaks themselves because that will get me in trouble and I don't want that. I just want you guys to kind of understand what's going on, and I want your opinion on something at the end of this video. Shortly after all this stuff started leaking from an unknown source, everything, pretty much 1.5 in its entirety, was leaked. Now, I have seen in the last 24 hours that I've been debating on this, a couple of more things trickle in and out. So I assume not everything has been leaked, but I'm assuming that a ton of what MiHoYo had planned is actually out in the open now. So that didn't take long to get MiHoYo's attention, and what ended up happening is they put out these two tweets. Basically, the tweets said that, hey, we know that 1.5 stuff got leaked, and this really hurts our business plan, and we really would like that you guys don't do that. They basically then say that we are going to pursue legal efforts to attack. I don't know if I want to use the word attack. We are going to pursue legal action against the people that have basically done this. And then they proceeded to take down some Twitter accounts that were very prominent in the leak world. Pretty much they're just sending cease and desist to people, which is kind of what I'm worried about making this video. I'm trying to brand this as a, here's what's happening in the news for MiHoYo. Not only did they release this tweet in English, they also released it on the Japanese account, which is kind of interesting to me. But the whole purpose of them putting out this tweet was also extremely odd because the fact that they were the ones that uploaded their files to an insecure server and then had them, I guess you could say they were technically stolen, but they were made public so that the beta testers for 1.5 would have access to them. So it's not like they were stolen, it's they ended up getting into the wrong hands because of MiHoYo's negligence. They basically just got into the wrong hands because MiHoYo failed to double check that where they were uploading this was to the correct people and only the correct people had access to it. But as a cherry on top of that, a few hours after all of this happened, they ended up uploading an entire development build of the beta to that exact same location, also publicly, that anyone could go and get your hands on it. It doesn't make any sense why they are so worried about protecting their stuff when they aren't protecting their own stuff. But nonetheless, this group started spreading the link and basically re-uploading it. And there's pretty much public mirrors out there. If you are interested, please don't. There has been a lot of information that people have been digging through this development build. It tracks way more than you would like it to. When this game first launched, everyone was up in arms because of all of the information that was being tracked through a anti-cheat system. This development build is a little bit more gnarly than that. Pretty much it can track everything on your system hardware-wise. It tracks your IP, even if you're using a VPN. It's pretty gnarly, and you will most certainly get caught if you try to get into this dev build and you don't know what you're doing. My biggest issue with this entire thing is MiHoYo basically messed up. If they were the ones that messed up, I think coming at the community of leakers and saying that they will seek legal action on those people, I feel like that's a little bit misplaced. I feel like there should have been a lot of internal stuff, and there probably was. We may not ever know that. I feel like there should have been a lot more internal discussion about what the hell is going on. Why is this stuff being uploaded publicly? They have a very stringent thing about leaks. I was in the creator program last month in February. I was denied coming back in March because I use a specific website, which I openly say that I use because I know that I am all about the spread of information. I think knowledge is power. The more information you have, the more knowledgeable you will be. Therefore, the more powerful you will be. That's just the way that I've always looked at life. And I openly use this website because it is a database of all the information in Genshin. And because I used that website, they saw me as discussing leaks. And because the Discord that is associated with all of the stuff that I do on YouTube and Twitch and everywhere also has a leaks channel. But I'm just going to go on record and say this. I might regret it later, but I think that the knowledge of having this stuff out there for people to receive the knowledge if they want it is way more important to me than what I got in the Creators Club. I'm not allowed to discuss what I actually got because I'm pretty sure that would get me in trouble. It wasn't enough to make me stop using a specific website for the research that I do for videos, and it's not enough to make me delete a leaks channel out of my Discord server. Anyways, my entire purpose with this video is I wanted you guys to have a broader understanding of what is going on. And I wanted to ask, do you think that MiHoYo is in the right here for coming after these people because of a mistake that happened on their behalf? I understand that some of the actions taken by the leakers are very questionable. And there is also statements that have been made by people that said, look, these leaks are, not supposed to be generating us any kind of income, has nothing to do with money. It is literally supposed to be here to build up hype so that people know what's coming and people can get excited about the game. I'm 100% in that boat. I have been preaching. I've worked with other companies in the past, and I have been preaching to them. It would make so much more sense instead of letting the data miners and leakers get a hold of the information and release it to the community. Make a roadmap and release it on a quarterly basis. And then at that point, you may be able to fit a few surprises in there that gets the community hyped up, through the data miners and stuff. But in general, people are excited about what's coming. If they already knew what was coming, then they could plan accordingly. Again, that goes back to my thing where knowledge is power. Anyways, main point being, none of the leakers, to my knowledge, have been doing this purely for monetary gain. They have been doing it out of love and passion for this game. And it really feels like MiHoYo gave them the middle finger for building up hype and honestly giving them free marketing. But the question still stands. Should the leakers have been handled the way they were with cease and desist? Or should MiHoYo have at least have owned up to their issue and said, hey, we messed up. We accidentally uploaded these files and we would like you guys to please respect our development process. I would have been blown away if they said that. That would have been just the coolest thing. But They didn't do that. What do you think? I'd love to know your opinions. Comment it down below. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. See you later.